Yeah, bro, it's on. You going live?
Ready?
Yeah.
Khan. Barakatah Yahweh Basharam Shai. Hey, Shalom, Shalom.
Shalom.
Hakim. Out there, Akwaf, right? Want to, first and foremost, as always, give all power and all honor and all glory unto Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rakakadash. Salakia. Hey, and double honor to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule well and do well. To the elder apostles, bishops in Connecticut, the bishops, the preachers, the teachers, the evangelists, and the four winds, preaching in truth and sincerity, risking your lives more now than ever, the hopeful elect. The elect, Shalom. Shalom to the Israelite foreigners, whose phenotype may look like another nation, but bloodline goes back to Israel through your father and have come back to the fold. Shalom to you sisters, you Achwathium, who listen and learn under your husband, which is your spiritual leader, with meekness and with silence. For those who have a husband, supposed to be taught under your husband, that's your spiritual leader. For those who don't have a husband, hey, you gotta,
Pray.
you gotta pray and get in where you fit in, find a leader, and you're being taught, right? You wanna you go into that, yeah, because basically,
Yeah, we can go into that, bro. Whatever.
what is it? They were speaking of the
Talking about Elon Musk.
no, Elon Musk, but then the thing with the women, right? Going
Okay.
into the women, which a lady, she spoke and said that the Google is said that there's 100 women to one man, right?
Yeah.
So we're definitely in those times where that we're about to see the scriptures come to life, right? Let me see if I can find where it's about to where she speaks about it. Let's see if I can find it. Shit, Slakia. I'm not.
You want me to start with the scripture? Start off in Isaiah?
I was gonna start with this video when the chick did it real quick.
Okay.
See if I can get it. See if I can find it. When the chick was talking. Oh, there you go.
One kid at a time.
Shalom. Give it all praise to Yahweh, Shalom, 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 44,000. Rest of you left up there, Shalom to you all. And I'm going to entitle this video, we're bringing this up a lot, besides the mark of the beast and so forth.
Right.
The title of this video is Isaiah 4:1 just kicked down the door. You heard me? Isaiah, I'll say it again. Isaiah 4:1 just kicked down the door. So this video was put up by GMSKC, Prophets 3. He breaks down where there is 100 women to one man, y'all will share. So let's listen. Let's listen. I'm not gonna make this long.
Man, y'all gonna have to get used to sharing because as of right now, it is 100 women to every one man. So either you gonna switch to the other side or you gonna do some sharing. Pick and choose. You were taught as a very young woman to share. They taught you in grade school to share. I don't know what's going on. If you can love more than one kid at a time, then a man can love more than one woman at a time. If you can love both parents, if you can love an aunt and an uncle, a grandmother and a grandfather, y'all don't like this?
So you said sharing is caring.
I'm saying sharing is caring. I'm saying that.
So,
Yeah.
yep, you can go. Yeah.
Yeah, no, because look, the thing is that, yeah, it's true. When you're in school, in kindergarten, right, that's one of the first things they teach you.
is to share.
Right.
You know, so when the time comes, you know, the women are gonna have to learn to do that, to share. You know, to share. Well,
Hey, well,
man.
the scriptures speak about even the men. The men have to be of quick understanding. Hey, but how much more the women in that time to share that you're gonna have to be of quick understanding, because when there's the apostle coined what polycrisis, man.
Right.
So when you're going through these polycrisis, hey, you're gonna have to be of a quick understanding.
I can grab that. Yep.
Yeah, go ahead, the water. Yeah, because that's ultimately where we're at, man. We're in the time, you know. You know, we're in that time where things are gonna go fast, man.
Look at that, bro. Wow.
Hey, it's crazy. Hey, man, it's technology. It's Esau's world. The devil always messing with.
Yeah, he always messing with.
Hey, your phone was just fine. Every time you touched it, it worked. But you finna do the work for the Lord. All of a sudden, and now it's all it's glitching. And see, and every time I when that happens to me, it reminds me of, you don't want to ever. This is what Esau wants you to trust in. This thing is glitching. You're in the so-called fullness of your sufficiency, and everything is glitching. But you're telling me that this is going to be the best thing in the world to give my life over to this thing that glitches and has. Matter of fact, they even did that in the Black Mirror episode, where the lady she had something wrong with her brain, so they told her to put the basically like the Elon Musk's the brain joint, the chip in his head, in her head. So it allowed her to speak better, like be able to talk and do things. And then they try to go on vacation.
Right.
But the things, her speech things started messing up. So he went to the lady and was like, hey, we went on vacation and this thing was not, she said, well, you got to get the upgrade.
Yeah.
In order for her to go to somewhere beyond her, you know, which that's a what you call them? That's a foreshadowing of, if you want your thing to work beyond the 15-minute city, you're gonna have to get an upgrade before you go somewhere else outside that 15-minute city, right? You know?
Yeah.
And then they got the upgrade, but the upgrade came with commercials, bro. So in the middle, she could be talking to you, and then her speech would stop, and then do a commercial, and then she'll come back talking, saying what she was, you know, and finish what she was saying. Right.
Yeah. So
and then
out, man.
that bugged him out. So he went back to the people and was like, "Hey, with my wife, we were having a good time. All of a sudden, she just starts speaking like a commercial. She said, "Oh yeah, we had that. That's because you got this level to the brain chip thing. You know, you got this level. In order to get that without the commercials, they even do that on your phone.
Well,
so without ads,
like
it tells you if you don't want ads. Yeah.
Netflix does that too.
Yeah.
All that.
Yeah. The thing says if you don't want ads, pay a little extra per month so you don't have ads.
Right.
So basically, they were saying that about her ability to not be able to speak. It gave her the ability, but it gave her the ability with ads. But in order to take it off, you had to pay some extra money to take off to take off the ads, bro.
Damn, bro. That's what I'm saying. She was bugging out. He was bugging out, man. Just a bunch of bug outs, bro.
Well, no, but it shows you the greed level of Esau, because though it's a miracle that they're so-called doing, the miracle is coming with something, and they're always, you know, what they say about a JOO and their money.
Yeah.
The JOO and money, it says you can't. What it says, you can't squeeze a penny out of his hand, so to speak.
Right.
Those dudes want every bit of the money. Hey, they're greedy, bro. They're what's it called? Niggards, man.
Yeah.
At every level, they're trying to charge you.
It's like I said, it just makes the point that the whole thing is fucking bugged out, man. This whole technology, all this bullshit, you know, this thing that they want to put, the device, it's all bugged out, bro. It's not what the Lord wants, man. You know, well, he does want it, but it's going to be for the downfall, okay,
Yeah.
of the system,
Right,
the
correct.
downfall of the 2/3, the
Yeah.
downfall of Esau, man.
Yeah,
Ultimately.
but it shows you how much of the devil
Oh yeah.
that he really is.
Yeah.
I remember that when I was watching a show, even when I was a kid, they were showing you this well, really it's a dystopia, but they would try to make it like it was a utopia future, and wherever you went, commercial things would pop up. You know what I mean? Even when what you call them? What was that?
The Running Man.
No.
Oh,
No. Was it a Minority Report?
Oh, yeah.
Remember he had the guy, it must have been some Chinese guy, and he walked by and the thing read his retina, and he said, "Hello, Nushio Nakasaki, whatever his name was, whatever it was," but it says, "Hey, there's this watch that's da 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 da," and it basically gave off this commercial saying that this is a great watch that he might want to buy.
Okay, yeah.
And that's these devils. Everything is
About making
costing.
profit.
Everything is about making profit. Even when they're giving you a miracle, man.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh yeah. Yeah, like you said, and they're the true niggards, bro.
Right.
Let me
Go
get that. Isaiah chapter 11. I'm just gonna start at 1:3. It says, "And there shall come forth a rod out of the stem of Jesse,
Mm-hmm.
and a branch shall grow out of his roots."
Right. Which is talking about Yahweh Shai.
Right. It says,
Right.
"And the spirit of the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashim Yoshai shall rest upon him, the spirit of wisdom and understanding, the spirit of counsel and might, the spirit of knowledge, and the fear of the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashim Yoshai."
Right.
It says, "And shall make him of quick understanding in the fear of the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashim Yoshai, and he should not judge after the sight of his eyes, neither reprove after the hearing of his ears."
Right. Yeah. Basically speaking of Yahweh Shai, man.
Right.
In that time when he came, that's why even the Pharisees were saying, when did this man learn these things?
Yeah.
When did he when did he come? When did he get these learning? When did he get taught these things? When did he sit under the scribes and the Pharisees to know all these many books? But he's of quick understanding, and fear of the true fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom, man. Right?
Right.
But yeah, but going into the point is you women are gonna have to be of quick understanding.
Right.
You're gonna have to have the fear of your Lord, right?
Yep. Because the scripture tells us that they're going to be. Well, let me grab it. Romans 8.
Because
Let me grab there real quick, bro, if I may.
yeah, go ahead.
Because we're pretty much going to be like what many Yahweh Shais. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You know, and that includes the women coming in that spirit. Romans 8 and Romans 8:28. I just started there and it says that, and we know all that. So like it says, and we know that all things work together for good to them that love the Most High, to them who are called according to His purpose. So you're gonna have these women that are gonna be called to a certain purpose, man. You know, to attach themselves to one man. You know, and they're gonna have to learn to share. It says, for whom He did know, for whom He did foreknow, He also did predestinate to be conformed, listen, to the image of His Son.
Mm-hmm.
You
Right,
see?
son.
It says that He might be the firstborn among many brethren.
Right.
But, you know, that's also going to include, okay, these women. You're going to have that mindset of having that quick understanding as well, man. Because that time's going to come. It's pretty much here already.
Yeah, right.
What you looking for?
1 Peter 3 and verse 6, it says, even as Sarah obeyed Abraham, calling him Lord. Hey, and that's that's ultimately what it's going to be, man. 100 women is going to be for one man, which proves that the apostle was correct about 7 being completion. Right? It's not actually talking about 7 women. It's talking about what? It's talking about a complete number, and a man might get 1 woman, he might get 10 women, but at the overall is at least 100 women to 1 man, right? And this is like the lady said, don't look at her, don't shoot the messenger. This is off of Google. This is what they're realizing, and this is, peep this out. This is before them being sent off to war, before the draft. So this is not draft numbers.
Right.
This is not after the draft numbers. This is before draft. They're talking about right now, it's 100 men to 1 woman. So how much more in the day when the draft is here, when people are dying of hunger and starvation and over the Ebola and the Hanta and whatever other of these they want to pull out, right?
Mhm.
How much more?
Yeah.
You know, it's going to be a lot more than just 100, right? It says that Sarah obeyed Abraham, calling him Lord, whose daughters ye are.
Right. Yeah. Yes, no, well, they got to come in that same spirit, man.
They got to
If-
come in.
if they are truly the daughters of Sarah, then they're going to get that spirit on this side.
Right.
If we go to
On
the,
this- yeah,
on this
come-
side, because
yeah,
ultimately in the
Isaiah
kingdom-
4:1, yeah.
In the kingdom, they're going to be right, but on this side,
They're gonna have to get
they
a
have to-
quick understanding.
They have to get right quick.
Yeah, quick
Right, I
understanding.
got that Isaiah 3, brother, or 4, goes into 4.
You got, yeah. You want me to finish this up?
Oh, you got more? Okay, go ahead.
Yeah. Just go to, yeah. Whose daughters ye are,
Right.
and then going into what you were saying, that quick understanding says, whose daughters ye are, as long as you do well.
So you got to do well.
Yeah. Like you said, they got to come in that mind of
Yeah.
her, and they're gonna have to. Hey,
Yeah.
you have to realize that's doing well, not this. What's it called? Feminism in the world.
No, well,
That's not doing well. You're gonna have to come in the right mind.
They know that they're Israelite women, but yet they still can't accept the fact that they're gonna have to share one man. You see what I'm saying? They still despise that whole mindset of having to be in that mindset
Right.
when the
That's-
time comes.
Yeah, as long as you do well.
You do well. You have to do well. Yeah.
You can't. It goes beyond you just okay. I think I'm an Israelite. Oh, I read. Was it Deuteronomy 28? Okay, that does make sense. But the most functional thing that there is the man is over the woman, and you can't do that. You can't. You can't obey your husband and call him Lord and realize, hey, you're gonna have to share a man. That's 100. That's 100 women to one man, and that's before the that's
Right.
before the draft, bro.
Right.
That's before they send these 2/3 off into war.
Well, let me get this
You know
real
what I
quick,
mean?
brother.
Go ahead.
It says Isaiah 3 verse 25. It says, "Thy men shall fall by the sword, and thy mighty in the war."
Right? Yeah, that's them getting drafted off
Right.
into the war.
It says,
Right.
"And her gates shall lament and mourn,
Right?
and she being desolate shall sit upon the ground."
Right? Yeah. What
Yeah.
I love that because that's a representation of Isaiah 47:1 because it's talking about America. So America comes sit in the dust as America's sitting on the ground because you have been Esau's pet bull this whole time. You made a covenant with death, just as the Lord have Esau sit on the ground. Hey, you're sitting on the ground
Yep.
right along with him because you've been his pit bull.
Yep.
You're gonna get brought down right along with America. All the hopes and the dreams and the white picket fence and all the things that you thought was important to assert your authority over a man, all finna get brought down to the. Hey, come sit in the dust of the ground.
Right.
You know?
They're going to be in a really confused state, man. A real confused, position, man. And the only way out is going to be to
You gotta have a quick
You
understanding.
gotta have the quick understanding and understand that hey, you're gonna have to share a man.
Right.
You have to share a man.
You have to
You're gonna
share.
have to.
Right.
It says, now it's Isaiah 4:1. It says, "In that day, 7 women shall take a hold of one man, saying, We will eat our own bread and wear our own apparel. Only let us be called by thy name,
Right. Yeah.
and take away our reproach."
Yeah. All that you have to have a quick understanding with all that. The man has to buy you gifts and things and to buy you things to take you out to eat and do all these different things, in order for him to be was it back in the day they used to say a thing which they don't really say that much either, but they used to say if a man don't have a job, if he can't pay the rent,
Right.
you know what I mean? Things like that.
What would
If
they say now?
now it's
Yeah.
gonna be flipped. If you ain't gonna be looking for a basketball player, a doctor, a lawyer. These what they call a high value man, or
Right,
whatever they
right.
call it, of this world. The high value man is gonna be of the elect, man,
Right. What is it? Now
of the hopeful elect,
nowadays, what
which
they
will be
don't-
the elect.
They don't want to hear about no 50-50.
Right.
They want to be spoiled.
Right.
Okay, but what do you bring into the table?
Right.
Okay, and that
And it's
when
going to
that-
be much more now. Yeah.
when that time comes, hey, you're not gonna have nothing to bring to the table. You know what I'm saying? But you know, but you,
Headaches.
you know,
Yeah. Headaches.
Well, yeah, because I mean, when that time comes, hey, the man's only gonna take that woman because really the Spirit of the Lord gonna
Put it on
be
him,
put
yeah.
on because you know the Scripture does talk about the elect.
But
lady.
like you said, what are they going to be able to bring to the table? Being that everything is going to be cut off, it's going to be like how I don't know if you remember when you were a kid, you have a hole in your pants and they'll put a sew patch over your knee. We're going back into those days where it's going to be where you're going to have to put your pants get holes. You're going to have to put a patch over it and keep going.
Yeah.
You know, you get a hole in your sock, somebody's going to have to go and take a needle and thread and sew that hole over the sock. So what do they really bring to the table?
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
You come in a time where the factories are going to be shut down and there's no bread. You're going to have to make homemade bread, homemade butter. You're going to have to go back to, you know.
Yeah. And nowadays, a lot of these women, you know, they're so out of their goddamn mind, they'll burn water. You know what I'm saying? They'll burn water, and that's not speaking to all women, but shit, man, a lot of them, that's the way they think, man. That's the way they are. You know. But I'm let me get this real quick. When you go to the outline of biblical usage for that word reproach, it says resting upon condition of shame, disgrace.
Right.
You know, that's going to be the condition they're going to be in. So they're not going to have no other choice but to accept that they're going to have to share a man. Right. You see? If not, they're going to be trodden down like the mire of the streets, as the Scripture tells you. You see? They're going to have to get right. They're going to have to get right quick. Like the brother said, they're going to have that quick understanding. Yeah, something?
Yeah. I'll finish off that.
Okay, No, let me get this.
Get that the childbirth. You say childbirth?
Oh, okay, I'll get that.
Yeah, because that's ultimately what they're getting into too. Let me finish this one. 1 Peter 3:6. I'll just start at the beginning. Even as Sarah obeyed Abraham, calling him Lord, whose daughters ye are, as long as ye do well, and are not afraid with any amazement.
Right.
Yeah, because once the world is collapsing, you don't be amazed that everything's going to have to go into its order, because unless you could fend for yourself, right? And what you're going to realize quickly, you can't. You know, it might be some foolish women. Now, look there, I got 10 brothers. I fought all my brothers. I can do it, and you're going to see how she get washed. She get swept away with everything else, man.
Yeah. Right?
Because you can only go but so long, especially if you're not dealing with a man of the Lord.
Mm-hmm.
You know. Some of these women might do good with some of these gangsters, you know, but hey, you're gonna see how especially a lot of these gangsters are not organized, right? They're they're tough guys, they're ruthless, but that's about it. They're unorganized. So you can imagine just the chaotic thing. You may get protection, but it's going to be a chaotic thing. It's going to be a totally difference between the men of the Lord and these other men. You're going to see order under the men of the Lord. You're going to see disorder under all these ones that's going to be in the thing.
Yeah.
And they'll be able to protect them for some time or whatever, or even especially if the Lord's saving them and preserving their life into the missiles.
Yeah.
You mean?
Yeah. No, there's going to be a lot of disorder, man. Absolute disorder.
Absolute disorder.
You're going to have 2/3 taking out Esau taking out 2/3. You know, it's just going to
2/3 taking out each other.
2/3 taking out
Esau taking out each other.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a lot of disorder.
Yeah.
Yep.
But so that you can't be at any amazement that it's going to be, hey, you got to get in line. You got to be of quick understanding. Hey, that's the Lord. He got more than 100 women, and that's it.
That's it.
I mean,
deal with it.
You have to deal with it.
You want that first?
Yeah.
I'm trying to find a good place to start. 1 Timothy chapter 2 And I'm still starting at 12. I'm starting at 12. It says, but I suffer not a woman to teach.
Right.
And this is the point. Nor to assert authority over the man, but to be in silence.
Right, right. And hey, in that day, you're going to be in silence, which women got a dose of that in the time of Katrina. When everything went dark, men were doing all sorts of things. Women were inside. They were inside. If they had a man, they were inside with their man, and they went or they hide, and they was quiet. You didn't hear a peep out of them because they can get snatched up.
Right.
Right?
How much more in this time to come?
Right. How much more time if you ain't get snatched up by a man? There were wild animals. Remember, you're talking about Louisiana, the Bayou. There were gators. There were animals. So you had to be quiet. You had to find some place to be and be quiet before you get snatched up, either by some wild dudes or some wild animals, man.
You know, the thing is, you might have some women. You know, they train. You know, they
Yeah,
fight.
that's what I said. Yeah,
But how are you gonna be able to fight when it's 7 men to 1 woman?
Yeah.
Because that's what's gonna happen, man. These men gonna come to ravish that woman, man, and then they're gonna eat you too. After, you know what I'm saying? Hey,
Right.
you ain't gonna be able to defend yourself. You're gonna have to attach yourself to a man of the Lord. You know, if not, hey, there's gonna be no hope for you.
Right.
No hope.
Hey, and then you never know. You might get put into a sort of a slavery too, because if they're smart,
Yeah, barter the woman.
barter the woman. Because if
Right.
you're smart, if you catch a couple of women
Yeah.
who's pregnant and they're still lactating with milk, and that's going to be valuable.
Right.
You know,
Yeah.
you're gonna be able to. Hey, it already tastes breast milk. It's nasty, but in that day when there's nothing, what are you gonna do? You snatch up someone, you tie all these women up that's all still lactating from when the time when they were pregnant, whatever, when they were pregnant, you know, and you keep them around, or you barter them. Hey, bro, I was over here. I got about 4 or 5 pregnant women, so I can part with one of them. Give me this, you know. I could trade
Yeah.
with one of these women.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, and even just for box too, because a lot of these men, they're gonna be in that mindset too, man.
Well, it depends, because you don't want another mouth to feed. Now, unless they get
Yeah.
you for the and then like you said,
eat
them.
you, yeah.
Yeah.
Barbecue your ass.
Yeah.
It says, for Adam was first formed, then Eve. It says
Right.
that Adam was not deceived, but the woman being deceived was in the transgression.
Right.
It says, notwithstanding, she shall be saved in childbearing,
Right.
if they continue in faith and charity and holiness with sobriety.
Right. Hey, wait. What did you say again? If they continue what?
If they continue
In faith. See, and faith. If you continue in faith, you have to realize the man, especially during our customs, who we are as Israelites. Israelite men have always had more than one woman. So, like you said, some of these women who so-called say that they're in the truth come in here with that worldly mentality. Well, the Lord is going to nip that all in the bud. Either you're going to be a quick understanding, or you're going to get thrust out into the world with your head wraps and your fringes on,
Oh, yeah.
and get devoured, man. Because if you're thinking like that, hey, there's no place for that. You got to be of quick understanding. You got to be of obedience. Like I said, Sarah obeyed Abraham and calling him Lord.
Especially when it comes to these women, these Yah, and
Israel,
Yah
yeah.
Sorel, and all,
Yah
and all,
Israelites, yeah.
and all these other women that are calling upon the wrong names, because you're not listening to the right doctrine, man. But in that time, the true men of the Lord, they said, and then it should be known who are my chosen.
Right.
See, those are the men that are going to have, that spiritual power. Okay, those are the men that are going to be well, the Lord's going to be with them.
Come on.
And if you don't attach yourself
Peace,
to one of those
at
men,
peace with the beast of the field.
he's a piece of the beast of the field, yeah. All that's going to come into play, man.
Come on.
Let me see.
Well,
Yeah.
that one, the other one.
Well, I just wanted to, so if they continue in faith and charity and holiness with sobriety, not just not being drunk, but having that clear mindset.
Yes, yeah. Because hey, when calamities happen like this, you're gonna get a sober mind real fast.
Oh, yeah.
At least you should.
You should.
You should.
Yep. What you got?
What did it say? What did you say one more time about? They should be shaved through
Okay, I'll read it.
childbearing.
It
What's
says,
that part again?
notwithstanding, she shall be saved in childbearing.
Right, yeah, come. Notwithstanding, hey, you gotta understand, women are gonna be saved through childbearing,
Right.
right? So where's that in the Christian church? They always, you know what I'm saying? Come up here to the altar, give
Yeah.
yourself over to the Lord,
Yeah.
so you can be saved. Well, where that didn't say nothing about any of that as for women. Through childbearing, you should be saved.
Mhm.
See?
Well,
Come
I'll
on,
read
man.
it in the NLT. It says, but women will be saved through childbearing. This footnote says, or will be saved by accepting their roles as mothers,
Right.
or will be saved by the birth of the child.
Child, right.
It says, but women will be saved through childbearing, assuming they continue to live in faith, love. It says, holiness and modesty.
Oh yeah. Oh, going back to the Isaiah 4.
Yeah.
You're gonna have to. They said we'll wear our own apparel.
Right.
So you're not gonna be wearing pants. You're not gonna be wearing the apparel that you have of today. That pride that you have. Pride is that's gonna be done away with.
Right.
You know, the garments that you wear. No, we're gonna wear our own apparel. We're gonna buy our own food. We're gonna take our own substance. Because in this world, you know, they tell you can have as many women if you want, as long as you can take care of them.
Right.
Well, hey, that ain't true. We're gonna have many women as we want, and you're gonna take care of yourself, right?
Yeah, but when that time comes, they're not gonna be able to do that.
Yeah, they're gonna take care of themselves. That's what it's saying. They're gonna get their own food and their own apparel. So they're gonna go to work. Whatever little money they make, they're gonna take care of themselves, man.
Mm.
You
Yeah,
know?
that's probably before.
That's for the
hits.
kingdom.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's for the kingdom.
Well, yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
that's for the kingdom and stuff like that.
But
yeah.
once the hit with the shit hits the fan,
Yeah.
they ain't
You're
be
nobody
able
gonna be able to work.
nobody
Yeah,
gonna do that, man. But yeah, before that, yeah, because it's gonna happen quick here, man. This shit's gonna hit the fan. Well, not completely, but once it hits completely, you know, they're gonna. We don't know exactly how it's gonna be. Where everyone's gonna be, you know, you're gonna have all your women in one room, one house. We don't know.
Well, we're supposed to be pilgrims. Yeah, that's what the scripture
Yeah.
says. You got to be. We're gonna be walking. You know what I'm saying? Nomads, right? Gonna be nomadic, which that goes back to our customs anyway, right? We spent 40 years in the wilderness. We're nomadic. We're initially nomadic people.
Right. And
Right.
when you go to that word pilgrim, it also means you have to leave the cares of this world.
Yeah, alone. Yeah.
Alone, man.
Well, it goes and then
Both, yeah.
both of them, because that goes into what the pilgrimage, right? Because was it every 3 years you're supposed to travel? If you didn't live in Jerusalem, you have to travel to Jerusalem to go worship the Lord through the holiday 3 times a year, through those holy days. So that's talking about a pilgrimage. So that's pretty much what we're doing. You know, going back into like I said, back into that old thing. But that's even what Abraham did. Abraham did a pilgrimage and the Lord said, "Hey, leave your father's land and leave, and I'm gonna give you a new land and go. And I'll tell you when you get there." Showing that he said what faith, because he didn't even know where he was going.
No.
He just had to believe that the Lord was going to tell him when he got there. That's faith. You just truly walking by faith. You know what I'm saying? Like straight up and down. He literally was walking by faith. And the Lord walked him right into the promised land. Hey, look, I'm going to give this to this land to your children, but they're going to suffer 400 years under a people. And they're going to come out with great substance. That all happened. But then but the Lord said, even when he told Moses, he said, these people, they ain't going to listen.
Right. So
The curses came upon us. Here we are
back in Egypt again.
through the ships.
Right. I mean, yeah. Back once again, man.
We're going to do it all over again. Right? And that's why he said, they're not gonna speak of me when I grabbed you by the hand out of Egypt. They're gonna say, "He's the Lord, thy power brought you out of the land of the north, man."
Right, I'll get that.
Right? Because it's gonna be a greater deliverance.
I'll get the one in Jeremiah 23.
Yeah, because I believe if this thing is a setup, a scenario to put America back in the power seat as far as being the world's wealthiest country, because that blockade, what they're doing is those other countries need that oil too.
Mm-hmm.
But America has oil and stuff that they can buy, right? Also, they have the Venezuelan oil.
Yeah. They said
So then
said
they have
oil,
plenty
but
of oil, but they're going to be able to sell it. But pretty soon, if those other countries can't get oil, they're going to be looking for somewhere else to buy it.
Right. Well,
So
I'm
then
not-
there's a chance that one, like, it's you know, we'll see what the Lord going to do, but it looks like that's what they're gonna. It looks like that's what they're gonna do, and then make it be where America ends back up as the world top economic country, right? Through selling out the oil and everything like that, by blocking everything, and it will make sense because then the Lord can actually destroy them at the top,
Right.
and get that glory, because that them being back on top and having that glory once more to drop them down, that's going to be that much more. It's going to be a sweeter victory because
Right.
these people they're already pumped up anyway as it is, but let them be that world, because they're coming into that Novus Ordo Seclorum. Let them be the top nation within that Novus Ordo Seclorum. So when the Lord attacks them to bring them down, everybody sees it, man. Everybody's is going to witness that, man.
Right.
You know?
Well, I know. I was reading or listening. It says, America has a lot of crude oil.
Yeah.
Which means it's crude oil is a naturally occurring, unrefined fossil fuel composed mostly of hydrocarbons and organic matter. But they need those refineries. See, without having those refineries, that crude oil is really not going to do us any good unless, like I said, they sell it or whatever.
Yeah, but they're going to have to sell it.
They're going to sell it.
No, yeah, they're going to have to sell it to other countries.
But that's not going to be good for the people here because they're not going to have that. You know what I'm saying? It's going to cause more famine because
They're not looking at that.
Yeah.
I'm talking as far as them.
Oh,
the rich,
the
rich is getting rich.
Well, yeah, of course.
You know what I mean? That's what they're doing. The rich getting rich, the poor getting poor. But that's how they're looking at it. It's going to put them up, get them more riches, more of this, and they're going to be the leading people within that Novus Ordo Seclorum, because that's what that whole fight between China is, because China's the top lead person for to be the next ruling, right? As far as how they're looking at it, as far as them, which they've been saying that since 2008.
Right, they're all in line with the
beast system.
With the beast system,
right?
But then they're gonna be fighting to see who's gonna be
the top one to rule.
To rule.
Yeah. So that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So I think that's what it is, because one of the brothers had mentioned that too, and I was like, damn, that kind of makes sense, because with the blockade, and then it kind of forces everyone to buy oil from America. They're gonna have to buy oil from Venezuela, which even though Venezuela ain't theirs, they can still sell it because Trump has the power over it, and that has the most oil in the world. There's over 300 trillion barrels. 300 trillion, not just billion, trillion barrels in Venezuela. That's a lot of oil. So they control all that whole thing. It's a lot of money to be made, right? And when I'm just saying, because Trump is a businessman, he's always going to think business. He got all them billionaires in his cabinet. They're always going to be thinking business, man. Of course, right? The poor gets poor and the rich get richer, huh?
Yep.
Right? That's all it's about.
Well, let me grab that scripture. It's Jeremiah chapter 23, verse 7. It says, "Therefore, behold, the days come, saith the Lord, Yahweh Shemi Shai, that they shall no more say, the Lord Yahweh Shemi Shai liveth, which brought up the children of Israel out of the land of Egypt, but the Lord Yahweh Shemi Shai liveth, which brought up and which led the seed of the house of Israel out of the north country."
The seed. Ooh.
Right.
Right, yeah. So where's all the world and all the different nations and everybody? No, the seed.
Sperma. It says
right.
Out of the north country and from all countries whither I have driven them,
right?
And they shall dwell in their own land.
Yeah, which north country is America, and then all the other places where we're scattered. Right.
Right. And when you go into that word "brought up," it means to be lifted up. So how are we gonna be lifted up?
Yeah,
chariots.
Yeah, come up hither.
Right. Yeah. So it's gonna be a more spectacular deliverance than the one that the Lord did during the time of the Pharaoh, when the Pharaoh was when the children of Israel in the hands of the Pharaoh, man. And the spiritual, it's just going to be far more spectacular.
Right.
This new deliverance.
New deliverance. Beautiful. You said you had something else right
No, I was going to grab that in Isaiah 32
Okay.
and 2. It says, and a man shall be as a hiding place from the wind,
Oh, God.
and a covert from the tempest,
Right. Yeah.
as rivers of water in a
perfect.
dry place, as the shadow of a great rock in a weary land.
We're land. Yeah.
So the women, they're gonna need that protection,
Section.
man.
Right.
So
Safety.
they're gonna need that safety. So they're gonna have to have, again, going back to what the brother started, they're gonna have that quick understanding.
Right.
You know, and understand that they're gonna have to share. There's gonna be no other way.
Right. Because that goes into what the because that goes into what it being the elect, right? Because like the brother said, then they should know who am I chosen, right?
Yeah.
Because once you see, hey, damn, other people are fighting, they're struggling, they ain't getting no sleep. If they are surviving, they like this, they ain't sleeping because they gotta
watch.
they gotta keep watch. You know what I mean?
Fight off.
But hey,
fight
you
off,
get up, we over
whatever.
there, you getting up, stretching her, was shy. You know, you giving praise to the Lord. You know what I'm saying? You see the brother, you salute him. Yeah, Yahweh was shy, Shalom. We look well rested.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Kind of like Daniel
Well,
when Daniel ate the he told him just give me the
vegetables.
Yeah, give me the Pope.
Yeah, which is
This is why he got the he got the Pope of it. Yeah. Just give me the Pope. And I don't need that meat. I don't need the king's meat. I mean, and he was looking even better. That's how we gonna, Lord willing, we're part of that number. We're gonna be looking good. You're gonna get up smiling, and looking well rested.
I got this, brother, since you said that. 2 Ezra 2, verse 27. It says, be not worried, for when the day of trouble and heaviness cometh, others shall weep and be sorrowful, but thou shalt be merry and have abundance.
Right.
It says,
Right.
It says, the heathen shall envy thee, but
Right.
they shall be able to do nothing against thee, saith the Lord.
And a lot of you Jakes are heathen in your mind.
Yeah.
You're heathenistic in your mind.
Yeah.
You may be Jake, but your mind is of a heathen, man. You prove that. You call us black Hebrew Israelites.
Yeah.
And there's been plenty of time we break it down that black is not a nationality. So why would you continue to call anyone black? It's beyond me. It doesn't make sense. But even you, as someone who don't have a nationality, would say black Hebrew Israelite. I get it. Maybe Issachar or some of them other ones. The Northern Kingdom, because we're always going to have that envy between them, unless you're in the truth.
That friction, yeah.
You're always going to have that friction with them, unless they're in the truth. Only brother like me and him, we ain't going to have that friction with them because we're in the truth. But we can see that. But you actual Jakes, a nigga darker than me is calling me a black Hebrew. Like, bro, that is insane. Absolutely insane.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A little bit more.
That goes into them being that heathenistic mentality, which is even Issachar, Issachar, Gad, all they in the heathenistic mentality too.
Yeah, they're not in the house of David.
Right. Right. Hey, that was a better way to say it.
They're not in that mindset of the house of David, man.
Right. That's a better way to say it.
Amos.
Beautiful, brother.
I'll get it. Like I said, man, everything's going good, and then you try to do a lesson, and you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
phone's all messed up.
Satan, hey, you gotta rebuke Satan, man. Get behind me, Satan. Get you.
Right here. Amos 9:11. It says, in that day I will raise up the tabernacle of David that is fallen, and close up the breaches thereof.
Hey, that's what he's doing.
Yeah,
that's what the Lord's doing. He's closing up the breach. Yeah, the differences.
Yeah. That's why we don't, there is no, we don't have that, like when you go into the world, that's why they have that friction. Okay, we don't have that friction because I'm so-called, because we don't really know.
Because
we think, I'm not being
because it said the God of this world blinded the minds.
Right.
So they're still blind.
Still blind.
You still got a heathenistic mind. Because the God of this world, which is Esau Edom, through his educational system, and you don't know shit. Right. You're literally ready to kill somebody over you don't even actually know nothing.
Right.
You got an empty, vain understanding, and you're ready to kill somebody over this shit.
Right.
Fuck you're a black guy, you're this and that. You don't even, You don't even understand. We're the Israelites, bro.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
It only makes sense. How did you come between Negro to colored to Afro? They're hiding something, bro. Obviously, but you so blind in the world. Satan blind you so much that you don't even consider, like, why do they keep changing y'all nationality? Yeah, I know I'm a so-called Mexican or Puerto Rican or whatever, but it doesn't make sense that they keep moving the marker. So, you know, if you keep moving the goalpost, something wrong.
Yeah.
You know, something got to be wrong. You got to be like, yeah, maybe I might be, but something ain't right there. You got to be able to see that. And then you got even other Jakes that fit under the title what's called indigenous or so-called Native American, that they put them off under so-called black and so-called. Why is that? Why do they keep moving the goalposts? They went from mulatto to Negro. How did that person become? How did he become mulatto to Negro? Why did they change his thing? You know what I mean? You got to think like that, man. Something ain't quite right, which these politicians have always lied to you. So why? But they keep voting.
Mm-hmm.
We got to vote. See, no, the vote. You know what I'm saying? You used to see so many Jakes. You know, hey, you got to vote. Voting does make a difference, brother.
Mm-hmm.
I'm telling you. They keep trying to hide our vote. If voting didn't count, why they keep trying to hide our vote? You be like, damn, you're kind of right. They keep trying to do something. They're trying to hide our vote. But then that still shows you that they're the goddamn devil.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
100%.
So then nothing ever's gonna be right. It's never gonna be equal terms, equal what's it called? They're never gonna treat you like how they treat themselves or their children. They're never gonna do it.
Yeah, when they brought up the Constitution, it was never for us.
Right.
The Constitution and all these rights, and that was never for us as a people, man. It was for themselves.
Go ahead.
Let me finish that. It says, "In that day will I raise up the tabernacle of David that is fallen and close up the breaches thereof, and I will raise up his ruins, and I will build it as the days of old."
You
know?
Yeah. Yeah, because that's what. Oh yeah, going back into the tabernacle of David. That's going into us being all 12 tribes, right?
Yeah.
And the Lord said that David went around and basically took out all the nations, so that way King Solomon had he set up. He had peace. Yeah. Nobody came and bucked up against Solomon. Well, just until he went off, but it's going to be this time. It tells you that in Daniel it's going to be forever and ever and ever, man. You know, right. the Lord. Hey, when he do it that way, he don't even got to do it that way. But guess what? He's doing it to show you the mindfulness of how much he cares about making sure that his people continues to rule forever, man. Starting with his son.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Yep. Now I just wanted to get this too. Isaiah 11:13. It says, "The envy also of Ephraim shall depart, and the adversaries of Judah shall be cut off. Ephraim shall not envy Judah,
right?
And Judah shall not vex Ephraim."
Right.
That's, like I said, the differences between the tribes, it's not gonna be so. Not for those that are in the truth. It's gonna be, like I said, those that are in the world, the disorder.
Yeah,
you see?
It's disorder.
And you women, okay, you're not gonna find, any type of peace, okay, in that disorder, man. No, you got to come amongst the order. Right. If not, then
it got to be a quick understanding. Yeah,
bro.
Yeah, because they got to get it right, get it tight. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? You have to come in. You got to come in all the way correct, not halfway. Well, I got my fringes, I got my hair wrap, I got my hair wrapped. Nah, that ain't enough. You know. And then you got what's it called? You got the thing with Elon Musk speaking out talking about Jesus-like
Miracles.
miracles. I got this one quick. So see if I can get it to pop up so you can see if you can hear it. Like you said, yeah, you hear it.
Yeah,
Everything works.
everything goes haywire, man. Phones don't work. You know what I'm saying? Man.
I go slow. I don't want you hitting it. And then the crazy thing about that is sometimes you hit the phone on accident and it does some amazing stuff that you ain't never seen it do.
Some kind of brain machine interface that can give you cybernetic superpower.
Yeah, see, yeah, he talking
Some
about.
kind of brain machine interface that can give you cybernetic superpowers. I think it's probably good. It can, help people that have brain or spine injuries. Restore enable people who never spoken for years to speak again, which we've done. Give people eyesight who have lost both eyes on the optic nerve, or maybe have never even seen at all. By direct interface to the optical cells in the brain, you can actually restore eyesight, give people eyesight that they've never had before, and you can enable people to walk again, which I think is profound. I mean, these are kind of Jesus level things, like when technologies are getting like Jesus level miracles, that's pretty good.
Yeah,
Jesus level.
Jesus level miracles.
Wow.
He said technology caused someone to walk, and these are like Jesus level miracles.
Man.
You know. So that's Elon Musk, and so we got that going on. See, right? There's like you said, this is a poly crisis.
Right.
Everything's happening at one time.
Yeah.
You know.
So hey, man, you women have to get right.
Right.
You got to be at quick understanding.
Kind of.
You know, because hey, this devil coming down, man. It's coming down with that great wrath. He's already doing it, moving. You know, and once they make that chip mandatory, there's gonna be no turning back, man. It's all gonna come fast, all gonna come quick.
Revelation chapter 13, verse. Should I start at 11? Or and then go down to 14, or go start at.
Where it says, where it says
I think it should start at 11 to 14.
13. Yeah, start at 11. Start at 11, bro. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
it says Revelation chapter 13, verse 11, and I beheld another beast came up out of the earth.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and that beast is speaking about the beast system, man. Well, the beast is the Roman Empire. You know, it's the
With the Greco-Roman Empire,
right?
And then you got the second leg of Rome, which is EU, NATO, and America.
Right.
Right. Yep.
Right. It's the whole system. Let's keep on, bro.
Yeah, it says and had two horns like a lamb.
Right. Keep on.
Right, which that goes into at the time when they were the Romans, they had the plebeians and the patricians,
right?
But now you got the Democrat and the Republican,
right?
And then they spin it off as, because remember in the thing, they became so-called Christians in the Roman Empire at one point in time, right?
So you got the left-right spectrum.
You had the left-right spectrum. So even in America, they play to be Christians, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that's them like two horns like a lamb. A lamb is what very known as to be like innocent and pure, right? You know what I mean? So that's they give off this innocent and pure, the lever to beaver, happy days,
right?
Society,
right?
You know that
because that beast is it's so-called America, the EU, and NATO.
Yeah,
that's the beast.
Yeah, and spake like a dragon.
Right now that's bringing forth. Well, ultimately,
the draconian laws.
Yep.
Draconian measures through this through the microchip.
Unrighteous decrees.
Right. But in order to bring that in, they come in with the poly crisis.
Yeah.
Right. The what's it called? Palantir.
Mm-hmm.
Which ultimate surveillance.
Yeah. Everything
Shit.
with AI.
Everything's with AI, even your car, your everything. Everything's AI. They put you on universal basic income, right? Starve you out. Hey, they're gonna starve you out. This blockade is gonna hit you on in both the rear and the front,
It's a setup.
right?
Yeah.
It says it's making a price hike in gas. But like I was telling the brother, I did a lesson where it's gonna price hike you even in the oil in your tank. The oil in your tank is gonna cost more because they're saying that the same oil, what is it, like a level 3? It says some type of level 3 crude oil, that it's the same oil that they use to make the gas, but it's the same oil that they make synthetic oil for your engines. So now they're saying that all the companies are saying that the oil is going to cost you more. So you're going to be paying $10 or something a gallon for gas. Then you're going to be probably paying $10 a quart for oil just to have an oil change.
It goes back to the Hegelian
Dialectic, yeah.
Pressure from beneath, pressure from
above,
above.
yeah.
And what does the serpent do when it squeezes you?
Constrict, yeah.
Yeah, and that's what they're doing. Exactly what that serpent is doing, man. Squeezing you people.
Yeah.
You know?
It says, which that serpent became what? A dragon,
Yeah.
right? Yeah. Yeah. Because it
Grew in
speaks
power. Grew in power.
Yeah, it says, and he exercised all the power of the first beast,
That's the Roman Empire.
right, before him, and calls the earth, right, here you go, and calls the earth and them which dwell therein to worship the first beast.
Right.
Going into that, like you said, that AI. It's gonna cause everybody to force everybody to be on surveillance. And you thought Big U was somebody. Big U was telling people to check in. Hey, Esau has you check in day and night so he could be God.
Yeah, why do you think they went to China, man? They said China is basically a blueprint,
Right.
okay, of what they want to enforce, man.
Yeah, because they've been doing it for years.
They've been doing it for years.
And they already got the people conditioned
So that to the surveillance.
to the surveillance. So
Yeah.
they wake up every day surveillance, and they're
Yeah.
conditioned.
Yeah.
You know, they're used to it. So how do we get them from that period? Because I know there had to be a time where they wasn't used to it and they were bucking up,
Right.
right? So they had to get it. What did you do to get
Right.
them to where they wake up every day?
Yeah.
And it's just another day to them,
It's
even
another
though there's
It's normal.
surveillance everywhere.
It's normal.
Yeah.
It's normal. And that's
Yeah.
what they want the people to do. They want to condition the people to be in that mind frame, man, of it just being normal. You got a camera right there in front of you. You can't even take a damn shit with the camera there. You know?
Right. Yeah. Yeah. And he exercised the power of the first beast before him and calls the earth and them which dwell therein to worship the first beast, whose deadly wound was healed, right?
Right.
Going into that being the Roman Empire, but now they're using, because it tells you that. Oh, can you get that in was it
Revelation 20 or
No.
Malachi?
No. Was it I think Wisdom of Solomon 2 said that the law is their strength,
Oh, okay.
right? Because that's how they're gonna do it. Because I'm saying it's the Roman Empire, but
It's the Renaissance. No, to the Renaissance.
from that time to this time through the fifth industrial, right? This is the fifth industrial period of them, a revolution of them being that empire, right?
Right.
Because at that time they didn't have the technology to do that. Because if they had it, they would have did it. Believe that, right? When Herod went in and killed all those little toddlers, when he was, to try to get after Yahushua, you think if he wasn't able to have the surveillance to know where this and you think he wouldn't have used it, so he could have unalived Yahushua, he would have used it.
Yeah.
But now we're in a time where the one with the deadly wound has returned, which is still the Greco-Roman Empire, but now they're able to use it. Now the time, David said, knowledge shall increase. So now we're at the time where knowledge
Daniel.
Daniel said, knowledge shall increase. So now we're at that time in
The
Daniel's,
end, yeah.
Daniel's 12.
Right,
Right
in the end,
now.
yeah. In the
Yeah,
end.
we're at the end. We're at the end of this thing, right?
Yeah, because it still is up to the end.
To the end,
Right, and now hey, we're in the end.
right? And now we're here.
I got it, bro. It says, this is Solomon chapter 2 and verse 10. It says, let us oppress the poor righteous man.
Mhm.
Let us not spare the widow.
Right.
No reverence the ancient
Right.
hairs
Going
of
back
the
to
age.
those, going back to those women, you're gonna have to be of quick understanding,
Right.
right? Because that widow's going into you women. So you women are gonna have to get right, right? Because a lot of them are gonna be widows. Because what it said
Yeah.
that the men are gonna go into war and others gonna die by the famine.
Right.
These women are gonna be widows
Yeah.
real fast. So you're gonna have to be of quick understanding.
Right. And it also goes into Israel.
It being Israel, yeah, too, yeah.
It says, here's the point. It says, let our strength be the law of justice, for that which is feeble is found to be nothing worth. You know?
Yeah. Because they don't think you Jakes are worth any damn thing, right? You're just goyim. We're gonna push the micro-C hip. We're gonna starve the world, and we know how to. Hey, listen, like they say, there's the devil has no new tricks. They did it to us in 70 AD. They blockade us, right? Which is
Yep.
what's it called? It's
Those
because
trench- where they put those trenches.
you have the what? You have the Karagma, but it was what? The Karaks.
Right. The trench going into the trenches.
Trenches, yeah, the Karaks.
Yeah.
Yeah, they it's a palisade,
The palisade, yeah.
right? The palisade. It's the Karaks. So it's showing you it's back then they didn't have the technology,
Now they do.
but now they do. But even back then it was the Karagma, Karaks. They didn't have. I mean, they had the grapho too then basically, but not digital.
Not like now.
Yeah, but it wasn't digital because remember they used to take a hot iron and
Branded.
brand you, right? They were branding and Jake, and so in the time it tells you that when you were the Babylon Timbuktu, it tell you what 1 million Jews fled from Israel into Africa, fleeing what? Roman persecution and what? And slavery.
Right.
So what do you think they were doing?
Mhm.
That was them. That was the Krogma, the Crocs, but it wasn't digital. Now we're going into the time where everything is digital. Now, Daniel said, "Hey, knowledge shall increase." So we're at the end. So now that knowledge increased, now they have the 6G, and and beyond, whatever else they have, laser weapons, everything. Now they're ready to fight Yahushua, and they ready to micro-C hip all you Jakes, man.
Yeah, so right now they have this is the strength shall be their law. Now they have the strength.
Now they have the
They
strength.
got the capability.
They have the
to
capability.
do all those things.
They had the bandwidth, right? Because
Yeah.
they had because remember before, you would go even now. Sometimes when you go to certain places, Verizon had that. It was famous for that. Can you hear me now?
Right.
Because they were saying they can go wherever, and you'll still get a connection. Sometimes you go to some places and your connection's out.
Right.
Your phone gets disconnected.
Yep.
But they're gonna find they have a way where through the 6G it's gonna reach through everything, right? I mean, they're gonna be a way that you can hide.
There's gonna be nowhere to hide. No.
Nowhere to hide. Straight surveillance. Go ahead.
That was it on that.
Oh, okay.
That was it on that. Go back to
Oh, okay.
Revelation.
Okay.
Yeah, because that was the point. Is that their strength is gonna be the law.
Law.
man.
Yeah, that is. Yeah. And they're gonna use. And now that law is through AI,
Right.
right? And they show you that in these movies, like Demolition Man, when Sylvester Stallone was he's doing so-called curse words, and the thing spit out tickets.
Even in the
Showing-
Running Man.
showing-
Even in the newest one. Remember they showed him saying things that he wasn't really saying?
Right.
With the Running Man, remember that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. They were able to use the AI to change
Technology.
to manipulate video.
Right.
Made
right.
it look real. Yeah, they're gonna do that too. But I was talking about the law.
Oh,
like
okay.
remember how in what you call him, he Sylvester Stallone was cursing, and the machine was telling him, "Oh, you cursed. That's
Yeah.
violation such and such,
Right.
and it spit it out." You know what I mean? Even in was it what's it dang, I'm trying to think of what the other movie. But that's one I think of off the back right now. But showing you how they were going to use that as the law, showing that they're using the technology to implement law.
It's gonna be their strength.
We're going to be their strength. That's what was it a Minority Report? Okay, that's another one they were using the technology, or even that. Hey, remember the one we just watched with the guy. Remember he woke up. He was in the thing. He ended up being in that. Yeah. I can't remember the name of that movie.
Me neither. I forgot, bro.
They just did a new one with a guy. He wakes up in the AI, and the AI is the judge.
Right. I can't remember the name. Mercy. No.
Mercy. That's what it is. Yeah, the movie was called Mercy.
Yeah.
Which that's Esau. He's really that's his level of mercy, right? Mm-hmm. To put you in an AI system where the AI is your judge. And the AI is not unable to have mercy or see you, you know what I mean, and see you as a human or whatever like that. AI is just going to go by the book, go by whatever it is, and then just cut you off out of life. Oh, that's life, or that's this, or even like the young Jake that just got so-called life, or no, a death row. But they said they're gonna veto the death row and give him life, so they could put him to work. Because they need to sweat equity, so they basically are telling they need him to be a slave. Yeah. The guy even said, "Yeah, he's young, he's healthy, and we need to sweat equity." Yeah. And what do you think they're gonna do with that? They're gonna put the micro C hip in you. Yeah. When you're gonna be out there turning big rocks into little rocks, while you got the micro C hip in your hand, man. This is where they're talking about this their life that they have for you. As far as that strength,
right? And it said it's good because it's good. Well, the thing is that when they do that, you're gonna have a lot of people that are gonna refuse it, but then they're gonna be what? Well, it's gonna go on to tell you they're gonna be basically killed, taken out of society. They're not gonna be able to buy or sell, and then what's gonna happen?
Put fear in a lot of people,
especially to your women. What are you gonna do? Yeah, you may not take it, but then if you're not attached to a man of the Lord, okay?
the fear is gonna make you get it.
The fear is gonna make you get it. Gonna back you up with that squeeze. It's gonna even be tighter.
Yeah, back you up between a rock and a hard place. Because hey, you may still be like a rebellious chick. Right. I ain't bowing down. I ain't calling no man Lord. Yeah, I know it said that Sarah was obedient, but I ain't gonna. He ain't my daddy. I ain't. Yeah. I don't even call my daddy Lord. So I ain't gonna say that about this man. Nah, that man ain't. He ain't mine. So you gonna be? Oh, I'm gonna go. Hey. Eve loved Esau, man. She still, hey, remember that covenant that I made with death with you? I can still get that covenant, right? Let me get the micro C. So I ain't bound down to them black Hebrew. I ain't bound down to no nigga, right?
Yeah. She loved what she heard, man.
Yeah.
From the serpent.
Yeah, she loved it.
She loved it.
Right, good. You got more on that?
No. That's
okay, come on. Yeah, you finish it up. So Revelation chapter 13, verse 12, he calls us the earth and them them which dwell in them to worship the first beast, whose deadly wound was healed, and he doeth great wonders. Right, this is the point.
Right.
So that he maketh fire to come down from heaven up on the earth in the sight of men. Right. That was Fat Boy, Little Man, but they got the dew now. They got the dew too. So the dew comes down from heaven too. Right? The direct energy weapons, right? That they did it to Lahaina, Hawaii. They did over there in the Hollywoods. I think it was called the Palisades too, Hollywood or whatever. They put fire over there. Different places. Even I think some of these refineries, because they just had a bunch of refineries so-called go up in fire, in different countries.
Yeah, because you had that time period where they were destroying all that stuff, man.
Yeah.
Those factories.
The food factories,
yep.
The chicken factories, the beef factories, and now they're doing the refineries because they're just saying 3 or 4 refineries just this past month, just this last couple months, 3 or 4 months, back to back. One in Australia, one some over there, and I think one just happened here. The last one happened in America. I don't know if it was Ohio or somewhere, I forgot where it was at, but it was one in America. Refinery, like you said,
Yeah.
the oil they need the oil, like you said.
They need to
The
refine.
refineries, yeah. So they're blocking you on
Yeah.
everything,
It's not
trying to push
yeah.
you to those the EVs, the electric vehicles.
It's not. There's no such thing as coincidence, but it's not by coincidence
Right.
that all these things are happening.
Gun.
You know.
And it says and deceive them that dwell on the earth by the means of what of those miracles,
Right.
right? And that's what he was talking about.
Yeah. Now they're even gonna even that with the strength. They got so much strength now with their capabilities. They're gonna want to take those miracles even to a different level.
Yeah.
It says Jesus like miracle. That's what he said, right?
Yeah, Jesus like miracles.
That's what he said.
Which had power to get to do it in the sight of the beast, saying to them that dwell on the earth that they should make a image of the beast which had the wound by the sword and did live, right? Which, as I said, but now it's digital.
Right.
They're going back to the Roman Empire, the Greco-Roman Empire.
Right.
But now that Greco-Roman Empire is digital now. NATO, EU, and America, which now because of the Rothschilds, the Bilderbergs, the DuPonts, the Gettys, the Oppenheimers, they're the world bankers, and that's why they said they care not who passed the laws, but they have control over the money.
That's it. That's all they want.
They have control over the money, and now they can force you, they can bend you, they can cause you, they can shut down the earth, right? Via a scamdemic, which they're gonna do another one, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
You know, shut down the earth, shut down your oil, shut down. What are you gonna have?
That make you wear a mask.
Yeah, they're gonna because they even talking about where they're gonna make it illegal for you to have gas stoves in your house. So most people are gonna have to convert their gas stove
Same thing with the
over
vehicles.
to electric.
Electric.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. So they'll be able to they could just shut it off, flip of the switch, shut off everything, control your entire world.
Oh yeah. That's what they want.
They say, you watch too much TV today and shut your TV off, everything, man. Right? Shut you out of life until they get ready to put you on. And now you gotta beg. You gotta you know what I mean? You gotta be, like I said, at Goyim. You gotta be like a pet, like cattle. You know, you gotta, good boy. Yeah, now you can get it, right? And he had power to give life. Oh wait, yeah.
Yeah, you're right.
I'm right.
15. Yep.
Yeah, and he had power to give life unto the image of the beast, that the image of the beast should both speak and cause as many as would not worship the image of the beast should be killed.
Right.
Going into
Being separated. Yeah, killed. You're gonna be something gonna be killed, but separated
to the concentration camps,
society. Yeah.
re-educational camps.
Right.
Well, like you said, pressure from above, pressure from beneath, going into those what is it? Well, the blockades, so to speak, because they're gonna have martial law.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Esau's good at blockades because, like I said, 70 AD, he pulled a blockade on us in 70 AD, basically.
Yeah, basically that's what they're doing.
And then now he's doing the blockade with the food for the entire world. But then he's gonna do that as far as what control out of chaos.
Yeah.
Right.
So they're basically giving you a new idol. You know, back then the idols, they could not speak, they could not, smell.
But now they can speak.
They can speak now.
They can speak. Yeah.
Yeah. They can speak now, man.
Yeah.
AI
can speak.
Yeah.
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 Oh, that's what I was thinking of. Elysium.
Oh yeah.
Remember
That's a good movie.
that Matt Damon? He had to go to see his PO, and the PO was a goddamn AI, man.
Yeah.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
That's another good one. Yeah. Elysium.
Mm-hmm.
Showing you that AI, they're using that as their strength now. That's the law.
Yeah.
And that law being pushed through the surveillance, man, through the power that's going to be able to man, it's going to put so much fear in people. It's going to be ridiculous, man. And then it says, and he calls us all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their forehead, going to Elon Musk, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's what he's saying. I'm gonna put it in your forehead,
Right.
and it's gonna cause miracles.
Mm-hmm.
Jesus-like miracles, which his real name is Yahweh Shai, by the
Right,
way, right?
right.
Not no Jesus, right? Let's get that right. So Yahweh Bashim Shai is going to destroy Elon Musk and Trump and all you Edomites, man, and all you other heathens too, man.
Right.
Right?
Including
Two-thirds of the day.
man.
Yeah.
Your Yah Israelites, Yasharels, and all the other madness. You
Right.
know?
And that no man might buy or sell save he that had the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name.
Mm-hmm.
You got something?
I'll read it again, bro.
It says, and that no man might buy or sell save he that had the mark.
Right. So in order to be a part of society, you're gonna have to have that mark, man. That chip's gonna have to be on your skin, okay, whether it's gonna be in the hand or on the forehead, in order to participate.
Subdermally.
You know, you're gonna have to. If you can't, you're not gonna be able to participate. You're gonna be cast away from society, man. You see, and then those, like the brother said, you're gonna be squeezed, pushed into the corner. To where what are you gonna do? You're gonna bow down. You're gonna fucking take it.
Yeah. You get priced out of society,
Mm-hmm.
and then you're gonna basically beg to be part of society, which they were telling you that during the CV19 called the new normal, which they used to call it back in the 90s. They kept calling it Brave New World. Remember?
Yeah.
The Brave New World. That's what they want to give you.
Yeah.
The Brave New World.
So when they come to the mark, it's not sin. It's not sweeping
White
women,
yeah.
or embargoes or whatever other madness that they say. No, you gotta have. If you don't have that surveillance, okay, under the skin, you're gonna be separated.
Which the precursor is the digital ID, but the digital ID is not the mark of the beast.
No.
So let's get that out the way. So, hey, we're gonna have to get the digital ID.
You have to roll. We have to
We're gonna
roll with it.
But when the
Yeah.
chip come, we're gonna tossing everything away.
Yeah. Yep.
We're tossing it all away. Once the chip come, hey, the phone is thrown, everything is thrown. Hey, we're out of here.
You see, so that's why it's important. Going back to the beginning, those women, okay, that don't attach themselves and bow down, okay, to that man, be able to share that man.
Right.
Yeah, you're gonna be separated, man. It's gonna put you in a position where, hey, you're gonna have to take that mark, man. And we already know Revelation 14:9. What does it say? They're gonna be destroyed without. It's gonna be without mixture.
Right? Yeah.
See, you're gonna have no. And the Lord gonna pour down that wrath upon you, man. No way out.
No way out. It says, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name.
Right. Hey, well, once you take that mark, you take all of it. You take
his
the
name.
name, you take the number, you take the image, you take all of it.
Yeah, basically the ownership.
The ownership.
Right.
Yeah,
He owns you. Yeah, he owns you. And then that thing being what the what's it? Karax, which is Karagma is the mark of the beast. Karax is the delivery system to the mark of the beast, and Graphol is the digital writing, right, which they call a motherboard, which when they scan it, it's going to pop up on a computer, which is why they're building all these data centers, right? Because that little thing ain't gonna have all your data, but it's gonna have enough that it'll jump to the computer and go to the bigger data center.
Then they'll get it all.
Then they'll get it all.
Send it back.
And then send it back to the the tablet or whatever they're looking at it on, right? Yeah. And they'll have everything, your whole thing, right?
Yeah. Your police record, your.
That's why it tells you that in Graphol.
Yeah.
When you go in the definition of Graphol, it says records not to be what? Forgotten. Right? In the definition of Graphol, records not to be forgotten. So it's going to come with all your records, man. Everything is not to be forgotten. Who you are, where you were born, everything, bro. Everything. Your last time you bought whatever the hell you bought, and they could deny you. You ate too much red meat, or you watched too much TV.
You had too much sex.
You had too much. you were speeding, and they'll be able to just give you a ticket, send you a ticket, or just extract the money out of your thing. But extracting that money out of your account basically leaves you negative for something else that you need. So basically, even in that, they're gonna give you a polycrisis, because if you know how you've done that. Like I hate that automatic pay, because sometimes that thing they'll pull out on an opposite day that they tell you that they're supposed to pull out. They'll pull it out the day
Messes you all
before,
up.
and it messes your whole thing up. And that's what this thing is going to be like. And now you're in a crack, because now you got to go, oh shit, I got to pay for this bill, but now I'm going to be late on this bill
Yeah.
because they pulled out this thing.
Plus
They pulled out too early.
Overdrafted.
The overdraft, yeah, they gave you the overdraft, and that's
Damn.
that's this devil, bro. It's a everything he do is a polycrisis, man. Everything is gonna just send a spiral and spiral, which ultimately that's what the Lord's gonna do to him.
Yeah,
His whole life is gonna. He think it's gonna, but it's gonna destroy this guy,
Yeah,
man.
it's gonna come harsh, man. Because like even if you overdraft, you get $35 overdraft, and you hit twice, $70.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it just keeps compiling on you, man.
Right.
And that's what's gonna happen. It's gonna hit you all at once.
But because now and then what that thing is, what that does too is because you say because like in China they have like an A, B, C, and D class. So D class is basically you're completely outside of society.
Mhm.
So say you're A class and that thing hits your thing and it makes it where you can't pay, so it messes up your thing. It'll drop you down to a B class,
Yeah.
and you could only do so much in a B class. And then say it happens again, it drops you down from a B class to a C class. You can only do so much, and within that,
Yeah.
even they're saying you can only go certain places.
Social credit system.
Social credit system. You can only go so far. Yeah.
Low, you're gonna get fucked, man.
Yeah. So then if that, you're just going to be dropped down to a D, and you're just completely kicked out of society.
Mm-hmm.
And they say it's like that in China right now.
Mhm.
That a lot of people are in that D level. They're completely kicked out of society.
Mm.
They're living below poverty, right?
Yeah. They're bringing that here. Why do you think they went down there?
Yeah. You got something?
Oh. Let's just finish it out, bro. Then we'll close it out.
You done?
Huh?
You done?
Yeah, I don't have anything.
Okay. Well,
No, you were reading, bro.
Oh, okay. No. That's good. I don't need to
Well,
read.
you want to finish it?
The 18?
18.
I mean, I didn't. 18 not. Well, I guess so.
Let's just read it.
It says, here is wisdom. Let him that haveth understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of man, and his number is 666.
Right, 666, man.
Right?
Going to the what? Chi Psi stigma, man.
Right.
When you go into that stigma, it goes into all that, man. You know, it being under the skin.
Right.
Okay, you know, being a puncture. Okay, which that's what they're gonna do, man. They're gonna put it under the skin in order to surveil you. You see, you know, so they could have full control, man. So again, if you know those women, going back to the beginning, those women don't take heed, man, and listen. Okay, and get a quick understanding of what's happening, you're gonna be left, you know, into a position where you're gonna take that mark, man, and then you're gonna be screwed. There's gonna be no way out, man.
Yeah, because those that are rebellious, because opposite of obeying would be rebelling, and so you're gonna rebel against your husband, and you're gonna say, hey, I ain't sharing no man with 100 other women, right? So I want one man. That's Esau.
Yeah, that's what you're doing. You're gonna take his name. Yeah,
Right.
You're gonna take. Hey, Esau's your husband. Esau's your daddy.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, I still get Section 8. They say if I just get this micro C hip, I can go back to Section 8. I can go back to living my life, right? I can go back to the new normal, right?
Mhm.
Which is not normal at all,
No.
right? You don't need nothing under your skin. As a matter of fact, that's one of those Christians made that, even though they don't know what they're talking about. He did make a good point when he said, yeah, you're saying JC type miracles, but JC never had to put which really his name is Yahweh Shai, never had to put anything under someone's skin to make a miracle
Yeah,
work.
it's not written down nowhere.
Yeah, to make a miracle work.
Yeah, it's not
Yeah.
written down nowhere.
So they have to put something under their skin to make a JC like which really Yahweh Shai like miracle,
Pseudo miracle.
yeah,
A false miracle.
False
That's what
miracle.
it is.
right?
Yeah.
They have to add something, which really those materials came from the Most High. Oh, that's what I was gonna, but that's okay. We could be done.
Yeah,
But I was gonna go into this guy having that God mentality, God complex, because that's really what it's gonna go into. Him trying to be a God too,
The Most High. Yeah.
like the Most High.
Let me finish with this.
Go ahead. Yeah, go
Micah 7:10. It says, "Then she that is my enemy shall see it,
Right.
and shall cover her with which said unto me.
Where's that power?
Let me read it again.
Yeah, she's gonna
It
say,
says,
"Where's your power?" Yeah.
Then she that is my enemy shall see it,
Right.
and shame shall cover
Hey,
her.
what they're gonna see? The men thriving,
The man thriving. Right.
right?
Right.
But she gonna already have the micro C hit.
It's gonna be
She
too
already
late
gonna,
for
she
her.
already gonna have the Esau's name on
Yeah.
her.
Yeah.
She gonna be a part of that beast.
She said, "No,
And
I'm not sharing."
She gonna realize she's in that new normal.
Yeah.
And she fucked all the way up. She go, oh
Yeah.
my God,
Yeah.
they're really living. That's
Yeah.
life.
Yeah.
And I'm not. This thing tells me, what do they say? Eat bugs and lentils.
Right.
They tell you you will own nothing but be happy.
Yeah.
The one devil said that he said he's gonna be on a flight to Paris, but you could go to Paris too, but you're gonna have to have some type of eye goggles or some type of eye attire so you can go to Paris.
Damn.
He said you'll be sitting on your couch. He
Yeah.
said, but we'll both
Virtual.
be there.
Virtual.
Yeah, you have to be in Paris virtually.
Wow. It says, then she that is my enemy shall see it, and shame shall cover her, which said unto me, where is thy Lord, thy power?
Where's Yahweh?
Yeah,
Yahweh
where is he at?
will show that power. Yeah,
Because
Where's
they're
your God?
not gonna have that patience, man. They're not gonna have that quick understanding.
because they're gonna say we eating. We already. I'm going into the store.
Yeah.
Where's your power? Swipe the right hand.
Right.
She gonna go in there. Look,
Yep.
see.
Yep.
Where's
Yep.
Where's your God? I got a grocery basket full of stuff. Bye.
Yeah, because when they have that quick understanding, it's going to cause them to have that patience. Because that it's going to come with suffering. There's going to be suffering, but they're going to get through it. The elect, whoever they may be, the Lord going to be with them. Lord willing, we be a part of that number.
Well, suffering brings us closer to the Lord.
Yeah.
And then suffering brings us to more children too.
Mhm.
We said we grew in Egypt when it says when the taskmasters put more hell on us. Hey, the more we grew, it means the more we was having sex. So hey, when 100 women, hey, it's to one man. Hey, we're gonna have more sex
Oh, yeah.
under this oppression. Hey, you're gonna come and oppress us, but we're gonna have more. We're gonna have more sex.
Yeah.
So we're gonna grow in number, bro.
Yeah, because the scripture says that they should come with what is that?
One should be 1,000, and
Well, that
a
one-
small one should be a nation.
What is that? Is that Jeremiah 31, where it says they're going to come with women that travail with child?
Right.
They're gonna be coming. Let me finish it up, then I get it. It says, where is the Lord Yahweh Shem Yahshua that power? My eyes shall behold her. It says, now shall she be trodden down as the mire of the streets. You see?
Mm-hmm.
And that's what's going to happen, man, to these women that are not right. These women that are not in that right mindset, during that time. Let's see if I can get it. Yeah, I got it. Jeremiah 31:8. It says, behold, I will bring them from the north country and gather them from the coast of the earth. And with them the blind and the lame, the woman with child.
Right.
It says, and her that travaileth with child together.
Yeah.
So they're going to be pregnant, man. It says, a great company shall return thither.
Go back, because I like what it said. The blind and the lame,
Right.
right? Meaning, listen, the Lord is going to heal us, because that's what the Lord said. He told to the Pharisees, I come not to heal them that are well, but I came for what? For the sick. I didn't come for those that's not in the need of a physician,
Right.
right? So look, we got all sorts of Jakes, homeless Jakes. Hey, you're gonna be surprised. They're gonna be homeless, lame, all sorts of stuff. I remember I met a Jake. He had a thing, a little throat thing. He had to use a little thing, and then his little thing was like outdated, so it didn't even really work that much. He was homeless. You know what I mean? But when I was speaking to him and giving him scriptures, he was, hey, bro, he was like this. Oh, that's because of this. So you sin, because I was breaking it down. He was, and he understood everything I was saying when I was breaking it down about Deuteronomy 28 and man, bro. It's crazy.
Yeah,
man.
that probably sealed them.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That probably sealed them. Because you're going to have a lot of those that, hey, they're never going to be in the highways and byways on
Right.
platforms. They're going to be part of that multitude, man. That heard the word, got sealed, and they're going to be delivered, man.
Yeah.
That's April.
Oh, get that one. The one should be 1,000.
Oh, that's Isaiah 60.
Okay, that's what I was going to. Okay,
Yeah.
it's 60. I was at 60 something. That's right. I'm there.
Okay. It's like the last couple verses.
Yeah, it's the last one. Isaiah 60. Okay, I was in 60. 63.
Okay.
60. Okay, since Isaiah chapter 60 verse 21 says, "Thy people also shall be all righteous."
Right? Ultimately in the kingdom, man.
Wow.
All Israelites. The whole seed of Israel shall be justified. As the
Right.
scripture says.
Like you said, I could have sealed that dude, man.
Could have sealed that dude.
Man, they shall inherit the land forever.
Yeah. The promised land.
Promised land.
You know?
Hey, and the whole world, really.
Really, yeah.
Yeah. The Lord said He made the world for our sake, and that means the people that's in it.
Yeah.
So in order for you to be a ruler, you got to have slaves. You're talking about, wait a minute, but God made everybody. Well, yeah, those people are our slaves. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
What good is it for me to rule and not have no one to rule over?
Yeah, what's good to have all those many matches is the Lord promised.
Right.
And not have people to work in them.
Right. Why would you be working as a king?
Yeah.
You had to be like Rick
No.
Ross.
Yeah.
You had to be like Rick Ross. He got all that money, but he was cutting his own lawn. That should tell you that you're not in it. That ain't paradise.
Mm.
This dude, he was saying that the thing, he bought this big ass land. It got so expensive. He bought the lawnmower so he can cut himself, save money. They show you that this ain't not your rest, bro.
No.
Eh?
No.
It's dumb, you know. But it says, inherit the land forever. The branch of my planting.
Right. Right. Which is ultimately coming back to that's the seed, man. The
Yeah.
branch.
Yeah.
You know? The offspring.
Right.
I believe if you go into that word, it goes into offspring.
Right. Yeah, because we had to come from a seed, a branch, a rod. You know what I'm saying? Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. You know, that big branch. It was in many
waters.
Many waters, man.
Yeah.
Come on now.
Yeah.
You know, the word.
The word. That so Jacob.
Yeah, God. It said the work of my hands that I may be glorified.
Right. It's all going to be for the glory of the Lord.
It's going to all be for the glory of the Lord. It says, a little one shall become 1,000, and a small one a strong nation. See, hey, man, we're going to have so many children. Hey, so them oppressing us, it's really just going to make it better. It's going to make us closer to the Lord, ultimately. And we're going to grow, bro. We're going to grow. So these women are going to have to be of quick understanding.
Yeah, look at that. The branch, sprout, shoot, branch. It says, in sense, a green is a striking color of shoot. It says figuratively a descendant.
Right, yeah.
That's what it's going to be,
Yeah.
Your children. And it said, the apostle went into it says a little one, meaning the least.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna have that. Imagine those at the top, because it's going to be in order.
Right.
It's going to be in order. Hey, those of the, hey man,
Yeah.
they might have
Like that
10,000 women.
Like that scripture that said, the least of you should be like David.
Right.
Well, David had many wives and even concubines.
Yeah.
So if the least of you will be like David, meaning he was talking about strength, being able to fight, and being able to do this thing, and not to mention be a king. David was a king and a priest. David was a king and a prophet. Right? Going to Psalms, a lot of those are prophecy, bro. David was singing prophecy. He was singing, bro. Don't let me get started. I'll start to get, man, I'm about to get pumped up, man. Start speaking of that, man. Because that's that spirit, man. David was in that spirit, man. Right? Brings you that joy, man. When you really think of the stuff, man. Psalms is heavy, bro.
Oh, yeah.
But, it says, a little one shall become 1,000, and a small one a strong nation. I, Yahweh, Bahasham Yahweh Shai, will hasten it in his time. Right?
Right. When you hasten something, what is it?
Make it faster.
Make it come faster. Man.
Well, that's what the Lord said. Well, I will shorten the days or the time for the elect's sake. But if I didn't, no flesh will be saved, man.
Right.
So this thing is being hastened, whether you understand it or not. Right?
Mm-hmm.
So you women better be of quick understanding. 100 women to one man. And that's even, like I said, that's before even this the draft, and you dying of wars and rumors of wars and all these other different things. Hey man, yeah.
So
So
there's going to be many wars across the seas, even here on the shores of so-called America, man.
Yeah.
Race wars.
it's gonna be
You know, race wars. Going to be civil war. All kinds of wars.
it's gonna be a food fight,
Oh,
right? You know, back in the day, you take food and you thought, hey, but nobody gonna be throwing no food. It's gonna be, hey, I need that food.
Yeah.
Yeah, a real food fight.
Right.
You know what I mean?
You fight for that food. Yeah.
We're fighting for that food. So yeah, with all that,
That's it, bro.
you know what I'm saying? Wanna close it out. Give all praise, all honor, and all glory unto Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rakakodash. Hey, double honor to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone.
Yep. Shalom.
Shalom.